Okay, so welcome to the Art of Inner Coherence. I am going to explain to you why this has been so important for me lately. So, a few months ago, a few things have come up in my life that have brought in, me having to navigate some worries, some uncertainties. My husband of 37 years, I think we are 37 years. Anyways, he's my soulmate. We met when I was 15. Anyways, he's on a bit of a healing journey right now. And that has kind of thrown a little curveball in for us. And it's made me become aware of some fears that are in my body. So, the art of inner coherence is about releasing stored energy frequencies that are based in fear, that are based in scarcity, that are causing a little bit of warping when it comes to our manifestations. And as these fears came up in my life, what happened was um, I started to get these old body patterns that were happening. I was not waking up, sorry, as I was falling asleep at night, I would get these muscle spasms in my stomach, kind of like a clenching, like a clenching feeling. This used to happen to me as a child. So, as a child growing up, we had an unstable home life, and there was a lot of fear, a lot of worry, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of like, I don't know what's going to happen today. And I remember this stomach clenching from that time, and I remember it even through my teenage years, and it has continued through my adult life to be there, but I didn't give it a whole lot of thought. And so, with these new factors coming into my life, I started to feel this again. And I started thinking, okay, what is this about? And so that's where this all began. So I just want to welcome you here and congratulate you for being here. And even if you're not here and you're watching this replay, because I know a lot of people are out there working and can't be here, thank you. Thank you for taking this time for you. If you are new to my space, my name is Janice Gallant. I am an artist, a women's empowerment mentor, an author, and a mystic. A creative mystic is what I call myself. And I have created Soulfully Aligned Women as a community of mentorship where women can come together to remember their power, to remember that their creative power, their essence is the most powerful thing that they hold, and to begin to walk in alignment, in coherence, body, mind, spirit, with your soul, and rise up into creating and living heart-centered lives that are making a difference in the world and that you can gain prosperity from. That's what Soulfully Aligned Women is about. And so when we are in coherence, when we are fully aligned, body, our heart, our mind is clean and clear, and we are aligned with our soul, we are incredibly powerful. We are powerful manifestors. And learning to walk with that power in reverence is part of the Soulfully Aligned Women walk, the soul journey. But being in that alignment, for so many years, I was like, yes, I'm there, and then it would be out again. And then I'm there, and then I would be like pulled out again. And what happens is the world around us is this most beautiful mirror for us to tell us when we're in alignment and when we're not, to show us how to navigate, to reflect back to us what parts of ourselves need to be cleaned up, cleared out, And what was happening over this past summer was I was finding that my sales were dropping. People were not coming into my programs. It was like crickets out there. And there were some that were doing well. We had TP gatherings, live gatherings, they were doing well. But even, talking to my friends, I'm like, what's going on in your business? What's happening? And they'd be like, oh, it's pretty quiet out there right now. Yeah, okay. Things are going on in the world. It's making all of us a little bit more reclusive. Like we just, I can't take any more. I just want to be in my own home and doing my own thing. But I truly believe that energy is the foundation of everything. So, as much as I listened to that, I kept coming back to, yeah, but if energy is everything, what is going on in my energy, in my frequency that is having me engage with this belief out there, this collective belief that it's quiet and that we need to just be patient and keep going. So all of this together had me looking at, okay, what is happening? So I noticed something in my own body. For years, I've learned how to regulate my nervous system. We know how to do that. You've maybe heard of nervous system regulation. That term came up in August for me, where I really kind of turned my attention to it and said, okay, what exactly does that mean? Nervous system regulation. Okay, so I Googled it. Yeah, it means to regulate your nervous system, basically saying that you're getting in balance. You're balancing your stress response systems with your rest and recover systems. So you're able to take a stressful situation, move through it, and then regulate your body again. Come back to the moment, come back to peace in your body. I'm like, okay, I got that. You probably got that. Like most of us here got that. I can do that. I can bring myself back to peace and stability. But something else was going on. It wasn't just about, you know, regulating my nervous system. There was a deeper layer here, releasing fear that's been living in my body for years. When this stomach clenching, this nervous clenching was happening just as I'm drifting off to sleep, it's a sign, it's a communication to me. And it's telling me there's something else going on here. It isn't just about returning to balance anymore. It's about liberation. It's not just about regulation, it's about liberating myself from these old fear frequencies that keep playing out. I remember years and years ago too, every time I had been through very stressful situations where my body did react. My back of my head was very itchy. You might have been through these times in your life where, you get twitching, you lose weight, you maybe, certain things happen within our bodies, and it's all individual and unique. And then I would go through a stressful situation again, and I'd be like, okay, it's not that bad. I got this. But my body, my head was getting itchy again. The back of my head would get itchy again. I'm like, okay, I got this. It's okay. And so all of this reflecting back was telling me that my body hasn't caught up to what I know in my heart and my soul, to what I have learned, my soul learning, my soul awakening, my soul evolution and growth. I got that, but my body hasn't caught up yet. My body is holding these fear survival frequencies and has this automatic response to it. So, what does that mean, right? You might find that you have clenching in your jaw, grinding your teeth at night, clenching in your neck, maybe even, tension in your hips. Mine is very much in my belly, a clenching in my belly. You might find, here's some signs for you that you are perhaps living from these fear frequencies, or your body is in these fear frequencies without you even realizing it. Emotional signs are going to be that you feel anxious even when things are good. You're kind of the person that says, okay, I'm going to wait for the other shoe to drop. I better not relax too much because something else might happen, right? You might have difficulty relaxing and receiving. You feel guilty if you receive too much. You feel guilty for everyone else. You might have overwhelm, irritability, or emotional numbing going on. Like, I don't want to think about that. You might have a chronic sense of urgency or not enough time. That was huge for me. Not enough time. I feel like I'm always running behind. Avoiding expansion because it feels unsafe to succeed or be seen. Over identifying with struggle. So you have actually a comfort in chaos or scarcity. I feel more comfortable when the bank account is right down at the bottom because I know how to navigate that. That's comfort for me, right? You put in, extra money in my bank account and I start getting nervous because I'm afraid I'll lose it, I'll mismanage it, something like that, right? Some mental signs in your mind might be you're constantly overthinking and self-monitoring. Like, am I doing this right? Will this work out? Some fear-based decision making is happening rather than intuitive flow. So you're moving forward in order to protect yourself instead of moving forward in creation flow. You might be replaying the past, worrying about the future, not being in the present moment, comparison, perfectionism, or people pleasing. We want everyone to be good and happy. Doubting your intuition, seeking external validation. Physical signs are the tensions in your jaw, in your neck, in your shoulders, in your hips, or your gut. Fatigue that doesn't resolve with rest. So you're just feeling tired. It's like wired and tired all the time, right? You could have irregular sleep or digestion issues. Your breath is high in your chest rather than moving through down into your belly, and big deep breaths, relaxed breathing, you know. You may also feel very like you're scattered or floating, disconnected from your body. Energetic or spiritual signs are feeling disconnected from source, even though you're getting the, inspired hits and you're getting these creative downloads, you still might have a disconnection from that flow. Manifestations aren't landing. Here's the big one. This is the one that I talked about at the beginning. Like, your manifestations are just not coming in, or they're very intermittent. Or it's like, oh my gosh, it's been so long. I've been working on this for so long. And it feels like your energy output is exceeding the return. Feeling unseen or unsupported by the universe, repeating old patterns, even though I know better. I'm doing it again, right? Even though I know in my mind and in my heart, I've done the work, I just keep repeating the patterns, right? And oscillating between inspiration. So you get these big inspired hits, you move forward, and then you experience burnout. These spoke to me. Not all of them, and we don't have to have all of them, but a lot of them spoke to me. Almost all of them spoke to me. I was like, okay, I'm beginning to see that there is some sort of resistance that is getting in the way. My manifestations are at the door, waiting for me to open the door, but I keep finding reasons not to. Excuse me. Okay, so this is where I find a lot of people are at. It's like they're still struggling with scarcity and struggling with the fear of more. And that's why I'm like, I need to share this. I need to share this with the people around me. So it is about rewriting what my body is believing to be safe. It is about unwinding and releasing these old frequency codes that are built into our body for survival. And what I'm noticing is that My conscious creation is becoming much more powerful. And my programs are filling, my energy feels lighter, my flow has returned. I am so much more relaxed in my body. And I've had a lot of people say, but you're so calm. Like, I don't understand. And it's like, yes, I'm calm because I know how to bring myself into calm, but I still wasn't relaxed in my body. I still had clenching in my stomach going on throughout the entire day. I call this process that I've taken the art of, or the soulfully aligned art of coherence, because it's bringing everything into coherence. When your body is relaxed and ready and open to receive, and it's aligned with your heart, your mind, and your soul, this is coherence. You are a fine tuned instrument lined up for that receiving. It's the ongoing realignment of body and soul, transforming fear based responses into frequencies of trust and ease. So, through embodied inner soul recalibration, I am watching my body relearn how to rest in trust, and my outer world is shifting with it. Programs are selling, paintings are selling, and opportunities are flowing in. So, through this energetic unwinding, we're letting go of fear patterns, unraveling as the body feels safe again. And I'm breathing and painting my way into releasing these old layers. I'm restoring the body's trust. So, let's dive in here and look at regulation versus restoration. Regulation is returning to calm after stress. So, nervous system regulation helps me calm after stressful situations. We know how to breathe, and that's what brings us into that breathing, meditating, painting, all of that. But now I'm moving into this deeper layer, the releasing of old fear patterns that have been living in my body for years. You guys, I'm 61. And I'm realizing this in the year of 61, just realizing how much fear my body has been holding these patterns. I had no idea until I started to do this work. So, restoration is teaching the body that it's safe to live in calm, creativity, joy, expansion. This is the art of inner coherence, the process of dissolving stored survival energy and teaching the body that it's safe to live with all of that joy and overflow. We've learned how to soothe the storm, but now we're learning to live in the sunshine. Your body is an archive of fear. Survival responses like fight, flight, freeze, or fawn are stored patterns within us. How many of you have lived through a trauma that has instilled fear in your body, have lived through years of tension, right? Years perhaps of scarcity, years of perhaps, you know, not feeling safe, growing up in homes that safety was not a sure thing, or even just living through traumatic experiences. There's so many different reasons. Even, the pace of our society right now, the recent years of seclusion and fear being imposed on us through manipulation for control. All of this has caused us to create these fear frequencies within us. Even when life changes, the body still reacts as if it's unsafe to relax or receive. Your body remembers everything you've ever tried to control. I read about this with people that immigrate to, say, Canada or the US from a country that was full of trauma and, horrible situations, that they come over here and it's just too peaceful and it's so out of their zone that they recreate tension here because that's where they're comfortable. They're used to that. That's where what we're used to. And we will recreate it if we're not aware of it. So as your body relaxes into true safety, your conscious manifestations are going to amplify because your energy is no longer divided between survival and creation. It's unified, coherent, and free. So when our body feels unsafe, it subconsciously resists expansion. It begins to contract. Now, we know this when we're in a fear situation, we contract. Okay, I'm contracting because I don't feel safe here and pulling in my energy. That happens. But how is this happening subtly at our body's level when we are safe and normal? And even when we're in creation mode and we're excited to give something or move something forward in business or in our life or expand and create, that is still a pattern deep within. And when safety is restored to the body, energy flows and we can expand. So, this is when you regulate your nervous system. You come back in, you go into a meditation, you relax your body, you expand the energy. You go, yes, I'm okay to move forward. I'm feeling really good right now about all of this. And then you go on with your daily life, and slowly the body starts to contract in small ways again, right? So, how can we consciously manifest when our body is contracting and pulling and resisting? Because our body wants to be safe and doesn't want to try anything new. Don't want to change anything, right? But manifestation is not about trying harder, it's about feeling safe enough to receive. So the process that you want to be going through, I call the soulfully aligned art of coherence process. It's the first it's a decision. It's an awareness that, wow, hey, Janice just listed off a bunch of, signs, and I could really relate to a lot of those signs. And so it's the decision in the moment to say, okay, enough is enough. I want to unravel this fear. I want to release it. You guys, we're in the year of the snake. The year of the snake is release, transformation, let go. In order for us to expand into the year of the horse, where we're going forward and moving forward and taking action, we need to let these fears go. We need to be comfortable in our bodies. And so making the commitment to yourself, you can come here and you can listen to this and it's all great and you can go and I've done this. This is what I'm talking from experience. It's like, huh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, but I didn't apply it inwardly. I didn't sit and reflect and go, okay, does this apply to me? Because I thought, no, I'm good. I'm relaxed. I'm good. I'm excited to expand. I'm excited to create. And then my body started talking to me. And so, number one is the commitment. Number two is the awareness, bringing awareness in all day long and making a commitment that, say, from now to the end of the year, I am going to be more aware of my body. I'm going to check in, like, even as I'm sitting here, is there a part of my body that's contracted? Or am I feeling peace and relaxation deeply at every level? And only you can answer that. That's your role in this. Through the energetic unwinding, I am using painting and meditation and breath with my meditations to, just breathe away the old layers of fear. And of course, like I said, my manifestations are moving. So when you start to become more aware, there isn't anything new for you. It's just the awareness. And I have been using specific meditations to help me relax throughout the day. Several times a day, I'm consciously sitting down and I am just breathing and listening to my meditation and bringing that into my body, talking to my body, letting my body know that I am safe, it is okay, and I can relax in this moment. The more I do that, the more my body is listening to me. And you know what? It's the intention that I'm holding right now, the awareness in the intention. Now, I have a few techniques like through the intuitive painting, through the meditation, specific meditations that I'm doing that have been helping me greatly with this. But awareness and breath, when I was a little kid, I was doing this already. When I was a little kid laying in my bed and my stomach would automatically spasm because of the fears in my life, I would just take a deep breath. Nobody knew about this because what was I going to say, right? Like what it's that same it's that same spasm that happens right before you throw up, when your whole just automatically your stomach clenches and yeah, it was that same thing. So I would just and breathe and it would help and then I would go to sleep. But that breath and release and recalibration, right? Those are the steps. So each layer that releases is opening space for creation energy to flow in. Every time we take a breath and relax into the moment and consciously say, I am releasing this out of my body. Create that intention, that little prayer that, universe, take this from my body. I'm ready. And I really think this is a pivotal time right now that this is all coming forward because of the new energies and frequencies that are coming in for us. We are receiving some beautiful high level attunements we can calibrate to that are going to expand our consciousness, bring in amazing new gifts, move us out of scarcity into prosperity and serving in the world through our heart-centered soul alignment. But if our bodies are still stuck in 3D, it's blocking us. So I'm going to invite you just to take a few minutes. I'm going to put a song on and I'm going to give you some time just to think about this for a minute. And then I'm going to take you through a guided experience afterwards. But um, we really have to bring our consciousness to our body. And what I want you to write, there's three things here. Where in my body do I feel tension when I think about receiving more? It's like, well, no, hell no, I want more. But there are little tensions there when if you were to receive, what if the universe just poured everything into you because this is your time? If it poured everything into you, would you feel a little resistance because you felt guilty? Would you feel resistance because, okay, that's too much, it's overwhelmed? Would you feel worried about how you're going to manage it all? So these are really important questions because it will give you an indication of where you're holding tension and whether or not you need to release that. So where in my body do I feel tension when I think about receiving more? Even generally, if you're like, I don't know, that's not working for me. Where in your body do you naturally hold your tension? You might know this already. Okay. What old story might this tension be holding? So it's not safe to relax. I might disappoint someone. I have to earn my safety. Nothing comes easy. You have to work for it. That's the second question. And the third question, What would it feel like if my body trusted life again? If relaxation felt safe, not dangerous? So I'll put the music on and let you guys get started, and then I'll put those questions into the chat for you so that you can just take a few minutes here. I'm going to give you, say, 10 minutes to just write a few thoughts down as we're right in the middle of this. Let me just get you a nice song. Okay. I would love for you just to put one word in the chat of where you feel tension in your body, just to share that so that we can see that we're all unique and different. As I said, mine, I hold in my stomach, your neck, chest. Yeah. Heart centered. Tension in your neck. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Back. Oh, yeah. In your back. We are all unique individuals. And so, one of the messages that came through this morning, too, on our morning meditation was to not be so hard on yourself, not be so critical, so judgmental. And that was kind of here too. If with your writing, you don't overanalyze it, you just let the writing flow intuitively when you're writing about these fears, not analytical, like I'm going to try and figure this out because when I was 2 years old, this happened, just it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And for me too, it didn't matter what happened when I was little that caused this feelings of unsafety or fear. It was just that I noticed the pattern in my body. That's how I became more aware of the fear and how I was holding that in my stomach. And then, of course, that is often where I hold fear when I'm in a situation that is new for me. It's always in my stomach that it's tight. And you know what? That's our creative center too. My belly is my creative center, and, that's blocking all of that. So that's why, too, when I said, like, sometimes if you're holding the tension somewhere else in your body, you might still have lots of creativity flowing and lots of inspiration, but you're still resisting, your body is resisting the moving forward. Whether you rationally tell it or not that, yes, I'm safe, it's okay, your body will still do what it wants to do. So now we are taking all of that focus from our mind and our heart and pulling it in, shining the light on the body and saying, okay, I'm listening. I'm listening and I'm going to send you love. So I'm going to walk you guys through an experience right now of a little guided experience of restoring the body's trust. So I'm going to invite you to get comfortable where you can feel like you're not going to be disturbed and you don't have to move around too much. And I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and take some deep breaths in through your nose, breathing all the way down, right down into the base of your spine. And then a big exhale out through your mouth. You're going to keep doing that for 3 more big, long, slow, deep breaths. Breathing in. Feel that breath filling your chest and your belly. Feel as if it's swooshing all the way down to your root chakras, cleansing and clearing, and then let it out. And when you're ready, come back to your normal breathing pattern. And just place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Doesn't matter which is which. Just placing your hands there. and feeling the rise and fall of your breath. Feeling that rhythm, that ancient rhythm, so old, familiar, and safe. Now I want you to imagine a soft golden light entering through the crown of your head and gently flowing down through your nervous system. See it flowing like gold. Let it pause where it meets tension. We're not trying to force it open, but just whisper safely into it. Imagine this light is saying to every single cell it meets, it's safe now. You can release. You can rest. As the light moves down your spine, imagine cords of old fear unraveling. Survival energy dissolving into the earth beneath you. See little spirals of tension releasing out of your body, falling down to the earth. See this golden light filling your chest, your heart expanding, and filling your belly where creation lives. Feel every tension release, consciously letting go. With every breath, your body remembers a new truth. It's safe to thrive. It gets to get better. It's safe to be seen. It's safe to receive. Breathe that in. As this golden light moves through your body, releasing any stored tension anywhere that you may not even have been aware of, through your organs, through your bones. Feel yourself becoming a clear, open channel of flow, and it flows down, right down through your legs into Mother Earth, where she receives it and transmutes it back to light. Just breathe and allow that flow to go down. And as you move that golden light down your legs and through your feet, you're going to allow it to keep going down to Mother Earth, to the heart of the earth, feeling yourself connect to her, grounded and rooted, becoming the bridge of this light between the heart of the universe, flowing down through the top of your head, through your body, down to the heart of Mother Earth. Breathe into your heart. Relax and know that that flow continues without any effort. And as you stand in this beautiful channel of light, just imagine all the old fear frequencies, scarcity frequencies, releasing out of your body. And as your body relaxes, imagine energy moving outward. Your creations, your manifestations, your dreams, expanding out into the physical world, meeting you there with ease and flow. And if you feel any tension from that, just come back and bring more light to that part of your body. This golden liquid light is healing and cleansing. Take a deep breath in, noticing how your body has shifted or changed at all. We're going to start to come back to this space here. So slowly coming back, becoming aware of your space, wiggling your fingers and toes, moving your body, and opening your eyes when you're ready. So what we just did is not about fixing, it's about remembering. Your body knows this already. You're not teaching it anything new. You're helping it remember how to live in peace again, how to relax, how to be here. And as you restore your body's trust, your external world will reflect it. You'll see synchronicities, opportunities, more inspired ideas. You will also see how others around you shift and change. Your energy impacts everything around you. And it's not because you're forcing, it's because your energy is finally coming into coherence. I want to give you an integration invitation to encourage some daily micro practices. Breathe as you wake up in the morning. Lay there, breathe into your body, and notice how your body is feeling as you're laying in your bed. Notice any dreams that you've had. So you're taking time for this little mini practice in the morning. You're not jumping out of bed. If you can change an alarm to no alarm, or you can change it to something a little softer. I actually found an alarm that is just birds singing, and it starts really quietly and it just slowly gets a little louder. And it's a really lovely way to make sure I am getting up at the times I want to get up, even though I usually wake up before my alarm. It's nice just to have that. And then just turn it off and lay there, breathing. Feel your body. Bring your awareness into your body, bringing love into your body. I know that sounds cliche, but there's a difference between a conscious action of bringing awareness and light into your body and just saying that. and just, you know, lay there and breathe and just say, put your hand on your heart and say, I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive. I am ready to release fear frequencies. And then partway through your day, if you can do this more often, if you could set a timer for every hour or every second hour or at intervals through your day, whatever you're comfortable with. Because I've had people say, oh, yeah, set an alarm every hour. It's like that would just cause more tension for me. So, so just whatever works for you, pause, take that time, pause, and feel into the part of your body, your neck, your chest, your back, wherever you normally hold tension, feel into that and check it out. Is it holding tension? Okay, I'm going to consciously release that. I'm going to consciously let go of that. I'm going to send light as if it's a warm liquid into that part of my body, light and love, and say, it's okay. And then in the evening, again, if you have my Soulfully Aligned Women app and you have the sanctuary on there, go into the section that is called, uh, well, for anxiety, I believe. I'm just checking it out here. I always forget what I named the sections, but there is a section of releasing fears and anxiety. There's one for inner peace, there's one for healing, and relieving your anxieties. So there's three different ones in there that you can use to help you bring relief into your body. So you are consciously releasing fear frequencies, not just I'm going to relax my body. You are consciously releasing these fear frequencies out of the cells of your body. And you can even use affirmations like every cell in my body remembers peace. I release survival and I return to flow. I am safe in flow. I am safe to create, safe to receive, and safe to thrive. We are releasing old fear frequencies, stories, and patterns. Some of these patterns may be ancestral, they may not even be yours. So we don't have to know where they came from. We're just letting them go, dissolve away, shedding the skin like a snake, releasing it into the earth. So my body is finally letting go of fear that it's held for decades. And what I want to say is through this practice, I have become more and more present. So it's kind of cool how this practice has brought me into presence, and presence is where our power is. Presence is where our creation power is. And I've been doing this through meditations, consciousness, conscious awareness, a committed practice every day to doing this. And you know what? I want to stay committed because it feels so freaking good. My gosh, it feels so good to release this out of my body, for my body to be feeling at peace and relaxed. Like, I'm safe. Doesn't matter what happens. I'm safe. I'm good because I know I'm eternal and I know that we are all energy. And this is where I want to live from. And so we have part 2 of this on Wednesday, where I'm going to meet you in my art studio. We're going to play with some paint. So if you can come and join me, bring even just an art journal, watercolor paper, pencil, crayons, whatever, pastels, acrylic paint, whatever you are called to. There's no right or wrong way. And I'm going to walk you through some of this releasing of fear frequencies during painting. The sanctuary, the app has wonderful support. Now that is a subscription. There is a free one on the app. So download the Soulfully Aligned Women app. There's a free section with a alignment meditation there, and that might be what you need. But if you want to go to the subscription, it's $11.11 a month, and it is so worth it. There are over 40 meditations in there for you, guided meditations, and they are of high frequency energies to shift you in the way you live. And the other one that I'm going to talk about more on Wednesday too is the Soulfully Aligned Intuitive Painting Journey. And that is an 8 module pre-recorded. It's already recorded, so you can start whenever you want, but it'll walk you through using painting to come into peace and relaxation and flow in your painting techniques. So it is powerful. And then also Wednesday, I'll share something else. But for now, that's what I would suggest is going into that and following these little techniques. So I will be sending this recording out and you'll be able to listen to that meditation over and over if you so choose. But that is what I wanted to share with you today and how incredibly powerful this has been in my life, in my business, as I move forward. And it is just reflecting back to me in so many different ways, in so many beautiful, inspired ways. So I want to thank you all. If anyone has any questions here, you're welcome to unmute or put it in the chat. And um, I'm happy to answer any questions for you.
It was really powerful, Janice.
Oh, I'm so glad you have found it
And
helpful.
yeah, it made me realize where I need to work on things, but it was really wonderful. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. You are welcome to Gaynor. Thanks for being here, feeling relaxed and alive at the same time. I love that. Yes. And when we can be in that relaxed state, we're not, we're just allowing life energy to move through us. We don't burn out, right? And we don't um attach any meaning to anything. We just are in this flow state. Then we have as much energy as we need all the time. And I love it. All right. Okay, you guys, we're 5 minutes over. I will thank you for being here. Love you all. And I hope you join me on Wednesday. It's the same link, but I will for sure be emailing out the link again to everyone. And I will email out this recording of this later today. All right. Thanks, Kelly. Lots of awareness. Good. Yay. Bye, everyone. See you later. Enjoy your day.